Take two. Hi, my name is Gary Sagady, and this is a continuation of a video series I'm doing about my recovery from an L4-S1 fusion that occurred back on February 15th of 2017, which is this year. If I could just sum up the start, walking. I did a lot of walking. Did 6,000 to 7,000 steps a day, and it was pretty much my physical limit. I knew it was my limit because my back muscles would begin to cramp up, my calf muscles would cramp up, and I timed to walk to be home around 7,000 steps because I knew that was the end. But the most important thing is the hamstring pain I had pre-surgery was now gone, so I could function pretty normally, for a while, in longer periods of time. I did have to lay down for about 30 minutes a day, and what that seemed to do was allow the bones in my back to kind of realign, my muscle cramps to dissipate. Had to go for periodic x-rays about every 90 days so the doctor could check my healing and that I hadn't damaged anything. And I still wore my friend the brace, and my previous videos was not a big fan of this. But now as I look back, I think that this was probably a big contributor to the fact that I healed properly. My first back surgery, I only wore the brace for 2 weeks. And it wasn't a good brace like this, it was like a turtle shell. And the first operation basically failed. The rod cracked, the screws let go. But what this brace does is prevent you from the bending, lifting, twisting, or BLT they tell you about, in physical therapy right after surgery. Now, I didn't lift anything over 10 pounds, but again, this prevents you from actually being able to do much, which is great. What I could do some yard work. It was difficult. Keep your family and friends around to help. If I needed to do something down low, I would do a squat or kneel on the ground. Now, I had a hell of a set of thighs from doing squats for 4 months. But again, that's what allows your back to heal, is limiting the motion in the beginning. I was able to spend time in the car, sometimes up to an hour, but my biggest fear while I was in the car was that there'd be an accident, and I would undo the healing and all the work I put into getting better. I was still taking a fair amount of prescription drugs during that time, and I was told that by mid-May I was be 90% healed. So I couldn't do anything position-wise for more than an hour at a time. In other words, I couldn't stand for more than an hour. I couldn't sit for more than an hour. But I could move for a long time. So, again, moving was my key to getting better. Because if you don't move, you'll lock up. And a neurosurgeon told me it's so important to keep moving and walking and going through those different positions. And that's how the first months went after surgery. Hope this helps, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks.